Hey, Sakur, welcome to Closing Ceremonies. To start off this evening's recognition, I will welcome the Educational Sessions Chair, Ryan Marquez, to present our top 5 educational sessions.
We want to start off by thanking everyone that presented a program, because without you, we wouldn't have had a conference. Additionally, thank you to everyone who evaluated the education sessions utilized in our program evaluation form. Presentations by conference staff and the SEC were not eligible to win. I'd now like to formally recognize the top 5 educational sessions in no particular order. Engage with Purpose, the importance of community building with engagement, presented by Denise Cuevas. How to be a better ally, presented by Aaron Flick. Excel VBA workshop to keep files organized, presented by Ethan Kang. Fostering a large-scale community, presented by Will Dora. Including disabled people in the conversation, presented by Kaz Griffin. I will now pass it on to Jonathan, ADNRHH, for OTM recognition.
Hey, Sakur. At this time, I would like to recognize all of our institutions who have submitted Regional Winning of the Month awards since NACUR 2022. Thank you for continuing to write, submit, and vote on OTMs to continue recognition on the campus, regional, and NACUR levels. Please put some snaps in the comments after each of the institutions have been called. Appalachian State University, Florida International University, Georgia Institute of Technology, Mississippi State University, Murray State University, University of Georgia, University of Mississippi, University of North Carolina at Charlotte, University of Tennessee at Knoxville, and University of West Georgia. I will now present my first Golden Louis. The Golden Louis is the highest honor a member of the SACUR Executive Committee can bestow upon an individual. It is given to recognize the people who work tirelessly behind the scenes to help ensure the success of individual SACUR Executive Committee members. If you have ever been the recipient of a Golden Louis, please put some snaps in the chat. And throughout closing ceremonies, members of the SEC will be giving out their Golden Louis as I'd like. For my first Golden Louis, I've thought long and hard about all of the amazing people I've had the privilege to interact and collaborate with. I am forever honored to be able to serve within the pride of NACUR, and I never would have been able to do so without the tremendous support I've received all around. So with this Golden Louis, I want to send my deepest appreciation and thanks to someone who has given me more support than I could have ever asked for or anticipated. They have been a solid foundation of advice, giving me kind words and encouragement while also being real with me and, oh, let's be honest, occasionally poking fun at my expense, but I know it's always in love. So in summary, thank you for being there for me. Thank you for believing in me even when I don't. Thank you for your friendship. Yes, even the facetious parts. Thank you to my advisor, who is so much more, Corey Ipock. Please accept this Golden Louis as a token of my appreciation. You really are a part of my chosen family. I will now pass it to Haley, our art coordinator, to recognize our art presenters.
Hey, SACUR. Here at the SACUR Regional Leadership Conference, advisors are given the opportunity to learn a variety of sessions through the Advisor Retention and Training Program, also known as ART. ART is a 21-session curriculum with 2 levels of instruction. ART sessions are presented by fellow experienced advisors who have completed the ART levels and have attended presenter training. I'd like to recognize the following individuals who presented ART sessions this week: Tanner Hess, Nick Schiller, and Nicole Smith. Thank you all very much for your hard work. I'll now present my first Golden Louis, and that should come as absolutely no surprise. This past week, I've had one individual by my side as we ran RE interviews for about 250 RE candidates over a 4-day period that overlapped with the Regional Leadership Conference and included an 8 p.m. mad dash to Disney World to see the opening night of Fantasmic, which, by the way, we made it We sat in the first row and we got absolutely soaked. I then voluntold this individual with only a few days, hours, notice that they're going to be presenting art this weekend, even though they've never presented art before. I've been able to work with this individual for about a year and a half now, and can truly say I not only wouldn't, but physically could not be here without them. The full heart and soul she puts into every detail of her job is something I often see, or sometimes don't see, from seasoned full-time professionals. And our RHA and NRHH have been absolutely spoiled by the care and dedication that she gives to them. While I do think she would be an amazing hired professional, she's going to be a school counselor here very, very soon. And I know the impact she will have will be truly out of this world. Didn't? Growing up and moving on in life can not only be scary, but a daunting task. And I can't imagine this individual leaving higher ed, not having a golden Louis on a school lanyard one day. Our days as supervisor and colleague may be numbered, and our conferences left to attend together may be few. But I know that the last year and a half of knowing each other is only a drop in the bucket of the lifetime of our friendship that is to come. Tanner Hess, will you please accept this golden Louis that I'm about to bring to you?
Issachar. I just want to take a real quick second to go ahead and shout out our advisors in the region. Let's give some love and snaps in the chat for them. They've done some amazing things. So thank you to our advisors for all that you do to better our campuses and our students. Much Louis love to you all, and thanks for helping out this weekend. I will now pass it over to Gabby. Sorry, Gabby.
The recipient of my first Golden Louis goes to an individual who has worked hard to ensure an enriching conference experience for our delegates. Over the past 2 months, they have worked hard on outreach and used their professional experience to our benefit for this RLC. Thank you so much for being a part of this conference team. Ryan Marquez, please accept my first Golden Louis. I will now pass it over to Carrie to give some conference spirit updates.
Thank you all for showing so much conference spirit this weekend, from participating in socials, posting on social media, creating banners, making roll calls, and so much more. Our conference would not be the same without your high spirits and energy. I'm honored to now announce our top 3 roll calls, top 3 banner submissions, and the most spirit delegation for RLC 2022. It's obvious that you guys spent a lot of time on your roll call videos, and we at the Kirk commend you for your hard work. Out of the many roll call videos that we received, we have come up with the top 3. And now, in 3rd place, we have the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. In 2nd place, we have the University of Central Florida. And lastly, in 1st place, we have Appalachian State University. I'll now be announcing our top 3 banners. All the banners are super creative, just as our roll calls, but these are the few that stood out. In 3rd place, we have the University of West Georgia. In 2nd place, we have the University of Southern Mississippi. And lastly, let's show some Louis love for our overall banner winner, the University of Central Florida. And lastly, to close out this conference spirit section, we had over 1,000 spirit submissions, and we were so thankful for your participation this past conference weekend. And these are our top 3 most spirit delegations. In 3rd place, we have Appalachian State University with 98 spirit points. In 2nd place, we have Mississippi State University with 162 spirit points. And lastly, in 1st place, the most spirited delegation of RLC 2022 is the University of Central Florida with 173 spirit points. I will now pass it off to Gabby to give it her second Golden Louis.
My next Golden Louis goes to someone who consistently puts their all into the organizations that they're involved in. They are incredibly creative always coming up with new ideas, and is usually always one step ahead of me. It is rare to find someone who cares as much about your passions as you do, and I'm so lucky to work as closely as I do with this person. Thank you for pouring your energy into Spirit, TikTok ideas, our conference delegations, and this RLC conference team. Erica Fox, please accept my second Golden Balloon. I will now pass it over to Nick to announce our case study winners.
Thanks, Sakura. It is with great excitement that I announce the winners of our RLC 2022 Case Study Competition. The Case Study Competition has allowed student leaders throughout the year to recognize on a regional level for their critical thinking skills, and this year is no different. This year's Case Study Competition is divided into 3 sections: NRHH, RHA, and advisors that focus on retention and engagement. The winners of the Case Study Competition, drum roll please, are as follows. For the advisor Case Study Competition, the winner is the University of West Florida. For the RHA Case Study Competition, the winner is the University of Georgia. And finally, for the NRHH Case Study Competition, the winner is the University of West Florida. Thank you again to all of our RLC Case Study participants, and congratulations to our winners. I will now pass to Jake to do some point the updates.
Y'all, thank you so much for your time and commitment to not only Sakura, but also the betterment of the world as a whole. The fact that you're here at this conference means you are a student leader on your campus, so I wanted to say thank you to you all, because I know out of experience that is not always an easy task. More updates will go out as far as solid numbers go, and as y'all's letters start to come in, but for now, pat yourselves on the back for taking the time to do something good. Continue to spread love and be the wonderful people you are. I will now pass it to Destiny to give her Golden Louis.
Case to occur. My first Golden Louis of this year is going to someone at my host institution. This person is someone who embodies what it truly means to be a student leader. They are selfless and beyond passionate. This person, much like in many other dedicated student leaders, is a busy bee, but is sweet like honey. Anyone that knows this person can tell you the impact they have had on those around them and on our campus in a short time. They have strived to get our campus more involved with the region and use their passion to reignite enthusiasm in the region. From being the president of their area council as a first semester student, to serving as NCC their second semester, and now serving as VP of service for their NRHH chapter in our conference philanthropy chair. This individual consistently reminds me of why I'm here tonight. Jake Andrewchuk, please accept my Golden Louis. I will now pass it to Katie to announce our Sustainability Steward winner.
Hey, Sakura. The Sustainability Stewards Award is given to a school that demonstrates a year-long commitment to sustainability through RHA, NRHH, and/or eco-reps at their institutions and the surrounding community. This is the second time in Sakura history this award has been awarded. At this time, please help me in recognizing your Sakura Sustainability Stewards winner, Clemson University. And I'll now pass it to Caleb to present a Golden Louis.
Thanks, Sakura. I've now gotten the chance to serve on the board for 2 years now. Would never have thought about that, to be honest. And funny enough, I'm the 5th straight member at my own post institution, also very funny to me. So let's get down to business. So my first Golden Louis is going to someone I've been able to work with a few different times. And it's been such a really big help when I or my board needs it. This person may be from the Muker and moved to the Neoker region. They also now serve as our Neoker Associate Director for NRHH. I am so glad to be able to offer my first Golden Louis to Jonathan Kedish, the Neoker Associate Director for NRHH. Also, funny joke, we also call him Jonathan Nan. So Jonathan, will you please accept my first Golden Louis of the year? Louis love. I will now pass it on to Carrie to present us the Sakura Spirit Cup updates.
Hey, Sakura. Thank you so much for your spirit so far this year. 2,000 points have been awarded since the curve of 2022. And this weekend alone, we were we had over 200 tags on the Secure Instagram. I have been updating the Spirit Point spreadsheet throughout the weekend, and it now contains all the semester's points. You can access the spreadsheet by going to secure.concur.org/spirit. I think you guys want to hear the Spirit Cup standing. Right now, in third place with 157 points, we have the University of West Florida. In second place with 171 points is Mississippi State University. And in first place with 240 points goes to Murray State University. These will continuously be updated as the year goes on. As a reminder, Spirit Points run from occur to occur, so the deal isn't sealed yet. Good luck. I will now be presenting my first Golden Louis. This person has showed countless support for me. Not only did we join RHA our freshman year together, and now I'm serving on the Secure Regional Board, and you are now the UCF RHA Director. We've not only grown as friends over the last 8 years, we've known each other, but we've been able to help each other grow as leaders. Thank you for everything you've done for me, for the SEC, and for your company staff. Gabby, please accept my trophy. I will now pass it to Caitlin to announce our employee.
Sorry, y'all. Conferences make me emotional. Christopher, each year during RLC, institutions have the opportunity to bid for Program of the Year. The Program of the Year award is designed to recognize the most outstanding student-implemented program that is hosted throughout our Secure residence halls and was created to highlight the extreme level of initiative and professionalism that exists on the student level. This year, there were several spectacular programs submitted for consideration, and it proved to be extremely difficult to narrow it down to just 2 for RLC voting purposes. I would like to extend a pat on the back and a round of snaps to Clemson University and North Carolina A&T State University for all their hard work throughout this bidding process and within the NRHH boardroom presentations this afternoon. At this time, please help me in recognizing your Secure Program of the Year winner, Clemson University. Congratulations. And I will now pass it to Destiny to award a silver pin.
The silver pin is the highest pin awarded at the regional level, and it is given at the director's discretion based upon the individual's commitment and service to Secure. Each year, the regional director is given 8 silver pins, 1 for each Secure region. At the Secure Annual Conference 2022, I awarded my first silver pin to Anna Kuchma, former Secure Regional Director and current Secure Advancement Society consultant. Today, I will award my second silver pin to Gabby Antonetti, RLC 2022 Conference Chair. Heading into the director role at the end of June, one of my biggest worries was not having a conference chair for RLC. But from the moment Gabby was selected to serve as RLC chair, she's been ready to take it all on. Hosting a virtual conference is not the easiest thing to do, especially when you have to do so in a limited time frame. But Gabby, you have done so with such grace and enthusiasm. Gabby, I've been overwhelmed with how on top of things you've been. Every time I've asked you a question about something that needs to be done, you literally were always telling me that it was already taken care of. I have been so impressed with the work you've done. You have served the region with so much passion, and I truly hope that you leave this weekend incredibly proud of what you've done, because the amount of relying and pride I have for you is great. Although your time on the SEC is coming to an end at the close of this conference, your impact on Secure will never be forgotten or go unappreciated. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. I will now pass it to Jonathan to start us off with Fierce Pierce Awards.
The Secure Fierce Pierce Award is given to a voting representative from NCC, NRHH, and RHA stakeholders boardrooms, and to recognize them for their fierce representative and thoughtful insight during boardroom sessions.
The Fierce Pierce awarded for NCC boardroom goes to Marquez McCrae from University of Southern Mississippi.
The Fierce Pierce Award for NRHH Boardroom goes to Mackenzie Hawley from Coastal Carolina University.
The Fierce Pierce Award for the RHA Stakeholders Boardroom goes to Samantha Strickland of Florida Gulf Coast University.
And now for our Director and Associate Director update about RBC 2023. We know that we have been in the universe of Zoom for a few years now, and we know you are all ready to be back on land.
After looking beyond the stars and searching low and as far, we have finally found someone who can make your dreams a reality.
It gives us great pleasure to announce that Murray State will go from the stars to the Commonwealth of Kentucky to bring us back into orbit of being in person for conferences. We can't wait to see you all in person and back from space. I'll now pass it to Caitlin to give an RBC bid timeline update.
Hey, Sakar. Can we get one more big round of snaps for our newly confirmed RBC 2023 host, Murray State University? Yay. Now, because RBC is in a galaxy not so far, far away, I wanted to share some information about our Regional Business Conference 2023 bidding timeline. A lot of information. Please stick with me. I love you so much. The bid intent form will open on Monday, November 7th, so the Monday after this conference in 2 days, and close on Friday, December 9th, 2022. This information will be sent out via email, Slack, and be posted on our Secure Instagram. Individual and institutional bids will be due on Friday, January 20th, 2023 at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Once the Secure Executive Committee does policy checks on these bids and ensures that they are up to Secure and NUCUR accessibility standards, that feedback will be sent to institutions on Wednesday, January 25th. Final bids will be due back on Wednesday, February 1st, 2023, and bid reviews will go out to the region on Friday, February 3rd, 2023. Bid reviews are due on Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. This is a hard deadline, and we will send out several reminders about this timeline. I know that was a lot of information and dates, so please feel free to reach out to me with any bidding questions at all that you have. We're thrilled to share this timeline with you all, and we are looking forward to receiving all of your interstellar RBC bids. I will now pass it to Alicia to give out a golden Louie.
The first impression I've had of you is, wow, this person is a lot. And this person is a lot of joy, a lot of love, a lot of care. A lot is not a bad thing. You are a presence and a force greater than that of the Jedi and a Padawan. Time after time, you have been there to reach out, to talk through things, to stay on Zoom way after the meeting ended. You continue to pour into the corporation, sharing all the passion, love, and knowledge that you hold. And just about giving up hope on you ever getting to a Secure conference. I'm glad you took the opportunity to swap here. Even if it meant you were advising RHA stakeholders at 3 a.m. Hawaiian time. With me, it has been a joy and honor to award you my first Golden Louie for this year. Thank you for being you and for always being the best cheerleader for NUCUR.
I will now give out my last Golden Louie. My last Golden Louie goes to one of the most hardworking people that I know. This person continuously goes above and beyond to help others and didn't hesitate to step in and help out our conference team, even with the time crunch. Thank you for answering all of my FaceTime calls, my text messages when I had questions. I truly believe that through our time working together in various organizations and being close friends, that our brains have become one. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being there for me as both a peer and as a friend. You are the C-3PO to my R2-D2 and the Chewie to my Han Solo. Carrie Wen, please accept my last golden Louis. I will now pass it to Jonathan to give out the NRHH Outstanding Service Award.
Each year, regional associate directors for NRHH are granted 8 outstanding service pens, 1 for each region within the KER, to award 8 individuals who are deserving of the highest honor that could be bestowed by a regional associate director of NRHH. These individuals show they are highly committed and involved within the honorary, both from within their institution and their affiliated region. Today, I will award my first outstanding service pen. This individual has shown an intense commitment to both NRHH and SACUR. It amazes me to see such a wonderfully engaged human committing hours of time to assist within critical SACUR circles of work. Notably, they have not only been involved within the SACUR NRHH committee to review all of the many OTM submissions for regional selection, but has also dedicated themselves on this very RLC committee. Hey, Erica, I know we didn't have enough budget to bring you and everyone else on the RLC chair team here with the SEC this weekend, but please know I'm sending all of the virtual hugs to you. So Erica Fox, here's a big thank you and congratulations. Keep being awesome and rocking it with UCF's chapter.
Hey, SACUR. As we come to a close for this weekend, we are now seeing the South Atlantic is growing while still being in a virtual universe. And learning that when we, in the words of Ezra Bridger from Star Wars Rebels, stand up together, because that's when we're the strongest as one. We are so glad that we are now getting to leave the land of being virtual. We cannot wait to see you all in person and get back to the traditions that we have been missing in person while getting more engagement from the region to grow the line of the Louis Pride and Diamond Pride. We have seen you all this weekend engage with purpose, foster community within our pride, and you all have been ready to engage in conversations about eliminating systemic barriers and becoming a more inclusive space for all of our future Louis leaders. This year's affiliation theme for NACUR is Find Who You May Be. I hope this weekend you all have been able to find who you may be through SACUR. You all have done a great job this weekend finding your voice in SACUR, and I am excited to see each of you in continuing to find yourselves throughout the affiliation year. I hope the passion I have seen in each of you lights your way throughout the year as we continue our journey. I encourage each of you to continue to find ways to engage with SACUR, whether it be joining a committee or task force, representing your institution on a virtual business, working on bids for RBC, or however you may choose to engage. As we log out of our last virtual conference after the past 2 years and head back home from a galaxy far, far away, I want to express my deepest gratitude to everyone in this space. These past 2 years doing this virtual has not been easy, but you all have made it great. You all make the South Atlantic what it is, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for us to be together in person beyond soon. I will now turn it back to our RLC conference staff for closing remarks.
Thank you to my host institution, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, for supporting me in this endeavor with SACUR's Regional Leadership Conference. When taking on this opportunity, the thing that excited me the most was getting to help make a difference in creating an excellent educational program for this year's conference delegates. I want to thank my University Housing and Resident Life Department staff. First, I want to thank Anastasia Gale Chalky, our incredible dedicated RHA advisor. Although I've only known her for 2 years, the support and encouragement she has provided me during my time here at UTC has been highly respected. Additionally, I want to thank Brendan Miller, our Assistant Director of Academic Initiatives, for supporting the growth and development of UTC's RHA as we work to build a more robust and comprehensive Residence Hall Association here on campus. None of this weekend would have been possible without the rest of our exceptional RLC conference committee. A giant thank you to Gabby and Mariah for supporting me and all of my outlandish ideas to help delegates learn and connect remotely. Lastly, I want to thank my fabulous National Communication Coordinator in Training, Kayla Gill, for diving feet first at her first conference as our university's NCC proxy for me to fulfill my duties this year on the conference committee. I'm excited to see her grow and help our RHA increase our involvement and engagement with Secure and Nakur. With that being said, if you haven't gone and streamed Taylor Swift's newest album, Midnights, please do so promptly after the fantastic evening entertainment planned by our wonderful mass gatherings and entertainment chair, Erica.
Thank you to my host institution, the University of Central Florida, for being so supportive and allowing me to improve my leadership journey by joining the host committee for this conference. I want to thank the rest of the host committee for welcoming me with opening arms and getting to bond over Taylor Swift and figuring out Star Wars puns for the socials and entertainment. A special thanks to Mariah and Gabby, as you both have checked on me throughout this entire process and made sure that the entire conference team has had dedicated breaks and stayed healthy and hydrated. I also want to thank Janelle and Mackenzie for taking our delegation under their wing while I'm busy being on the committee. I would also like to thank my two advisors at UCF, Tanner Hess and Haley Bernard Handel, for ensuring that I have all the resources I need and were there for me when the internet decided to shut off and I needed to host a Zoom. I have truly enjoyed being able to see everyone's spirit this weekend and the engagement within the rooms, from educational sessions to socials and entertainment. I hope you have all learned something new this weekend and have grown stronger with Louis Love.
Okay, my thank yous. Obviously, a huge shout out to my host institution of North Carolina State University and University Housing as a whole for their continued and constant support on my journey with the department in whatever role I may be in. Thank you to Destiny Darty and Katie Fisher for continuing to push me to stay involved in the department and connecting me with new opportunities, as well as an obvious thank you to my very first advisor, Jenna Jessless, for her tireless work to support me and the rest of the students at these conferences that care about housing as much as I do. Lastly, obviously, a very deep thank you and round of applause for all of you and Gabby and the rest of the conference team as it pertains to the success of this conference as a whole. I was brought in somewhat late in the process, so while I'm glad I could do what I have for philanthropy, it would be unfair for me to give credit to anyone but the rest of the planning team and y'all as delegates. I hope you all take care of yourselves, protect your peace, and have a wonderful rest of your semester. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Hey y'all, I just want to give a quick thanks to those at University of Georgia that kind of help support me in this position. Those that helped me in my student affairs journey so far to get here. Shout out to Alicia. And thank you to all the advisors that stepped up this weekend to help present to our student leaders and facilitate roundtables. Y'all are awesome, and I can't express how much that has been to us as the conference team. And finally, just a big thank you and shout out to the conference team as a whole. Y'all put this whole conference together in a very short turnaround, but I'm super proud of you for the work that you did to make this happen, to make this great out of the world conference. I can also make some space puns, so thank you.
Thank you to my host institution, the University of Central Florida, for supporting my student leadership journey these past few years. Without the individuals by my side that I have the pleasure of working with, I certainly wouldn't be the person that I am today. Thank you to the SEC for welcoming me so quickly into your spaces and being such great individuals. You all work so hard to give back to the Sacramento region, and it shows. I'm grateful to have met all of you in person for this conference, and I cannot wait to see you in more Sacramento spaces soon. To the rest of my conference team, thank you so much for helping create this conference experience for the region with me. Although we did have a quick turnaround, I admire and appreciate your flexibility and passion for Secure. To Ryan Marquez, thank you for bringing innovative ideas and intentionality to the educational sessions chair position this year. To Jake, I truly admire your heart and your enthusiasm. Thank you so much for what you've put into this conference. To Erica, thank you for continuously showing up and giving it your all, even when your own battery is low. Anyone would be lucky to have you as a team member as great as you. And lastly, to Mariah, thank you for supporting me through this experience as I navigated being the RLC chair. Thank you for helping me stay on track and picking up responsibility, but most of all, thank you for your encouragement and love for SACUR. I'm proud of the conference that we have put on together, and I hope that each of you continues to take on new opportunities, even if they may seem challenging. To our friends and peers across the South Atlantic, thank you for showing up with spirit and representing your institutions with pride this weekend. Being a student leader isn't always easy, and the future can sometimes seem overwhelming, but the contributions that you make to your institutions and larger communities are more meaningful than you know. Try not to let the fear of failure or doubt discourage you from what you are capable of. The greatest teacher failure is. Years ago, I never believed that I had the ability to do something like this or hold any kind of leadership position. I'm so grateful to have found a space at my institution where I finally feel like I belong. It's because of those that I've met, the chances I've taken, and the lessons that I've learned that I am here, encouraging you to continue on your path and pass on your own stories to those around you. As we close out this conference, I hope that you've been inspired, taken in more knowledge, and enjoyed this experience. Remember, the force will be with you always. At this time, please give a warm SACUR welcome for the Regional Director, Destiny, and Associate Director for NRHH, Jonathan, and the Coordinating Officer for RHA Development, Ryan Biddle, to gavel out.
I don't have a gavel.
At this time, I will now accept a motion to close out the Regional Leadership Conference 2022. I see a motion from UCF. Yeah. Can I get a second? By Marie State. Any dissent? Seeing none. Jonathan and Ryan, please help me gavel out.
As a reminder, tonight's entertainment will be hosted on Zoom, so you can join us for either Star Wars trivia or Star Wars themed arts and crafts activity. Please reference the guidebook for all of the Zoom codes. Thank you so much for attending closing ceremonies for the SACUR Regional Leadership Conference of 2022.